Hi, Miss Eglin here. In this video, I wanted to go over the responses for the Hearts and Hands activity. And in this activity, we wanted to understand theme, point of view, then find the theme, identify cause and effect, and make predictions from a text. So before you should try this activity, you should reread the story by O. Henry, Hearts and Hands, in Common Lit. Okay, so we all have our Common Lit account, so you could, copy and paste that if you needed to, or type it into your browser, and then answer the literary and reading focus questions after you cut and paste them. Okay, so and here's even instructions here. You guys really need to read the directions. It's even telling you how to do that. If you hit Control X, if you highlight and then hit Control X and then paste with Control V, it's going to be so much easier to do this. Okay, and we've put the link here. I read the story using the reading focus in our textbook, and this is the activity right here. Okay, so we're going to open that up, and as always, we're going to go to Edit Document. Okay, now again, I have another set of directions here. If I want to refer to the textbook, it's on 346, and reread the story. Okay, the activity itself is not hard, but the questions, you need to think about them and use the text. Okay, you want to answer the following questions, referring to the text while answering. Okay, this is why, yes, it's going to take some effort to do this, because you need to have the text in front of you. All the answers are on the second page. So this is the first page, this is the second page. And it says you need to cut and paste each answer on page 2 to the correct answer. The questions go in order of the story. Okay, there's no redo assignment for this story. This is it. This is 8 points. Okay, so the first question, how might the story's title, Hearts and Hands, relate to the two men who board the train? 2, what happens as a result of the young man revealing his bracelet? 3, what details might lead a reader to predict that the older man is more than he seems? 4, reread the 7th paragraph starting with, "You'll excuse me for speaking, miss. How do the other man's words in this paragraph relate to the story's theme?" Number 5, what causes Easton to say he won't visit Washington soon? 6, how does the last sentence of the story relate to the story's theme? 7, how is the ending important to the plot of the story? 8, what is the main theme of the short story? Now, do I have to do these in order? No, the story is in order. Okay, but for the first question, how might the story's title relate to the two men who board the train? So I'm looking for a response. Now I need to read these. Okay, so which would the answer be? And I think the easiest way to do this is to think about what the answer is without even using those cut and paste. So, okay, the story's title is Hearts and Hands. Okay, there were two guys in the story. They're connected by handcuffs. Okay, so, and the one guy, the marshal, does something very nice for the other guy. Okay, so this stands out to me right away. The two men's hands are physically chained by handcuffs, and the title might suggest that they might be emotionally linked in some way as well. Hearts and Hands. So I'm going to pick this one, and I'm going to Control X. It's going to make it go away. And then I'm going to come up here and click so my mouse is there, and I'm going to Control V. Boom. That's all we're doing here. This should be very, simple if you follow the directions. 2, what happens as a result? Okay, because remember, cause and effect is another reading skill we're looking at, of the young man revealing his bracelet. Now, so I'm going to think, is this a bracelet? No, he means handcuffed. His handcuff. So he shows the young woman the handcuff. How does she react? Now you'll see, because I did this correctly, now that red one is gone. By the way, these are all color-coded. Okay, so I'm looking through all the... this one is ringing a bell with me. The young woman's expression changes to horror because she believes the man she knows is a prisoner. That would fit, so I'm going to Control X that. Boom, come up here. Okay. 3. And of course, I can go back and check these before I submit it. What details might lead a reader to predict that the older man is more than he seems? So I'm looking for an answer that has details about the older man. Now, this is about the speaker. No, it's about the ending. Theme. Probably about the ending. Okay, now I see this one. The older man's eyes are described as quote-unquote keen and quote-unquote shrewd, which give the impressions that he is more intelligent and thoughtful than a common criminal. Also, the older man offers the woman details that should be given by a marshal, where the pair is headed, and the criminal's sentence, because that's what he's focused on, because he is the marshal. So I'm going to Control X. And that is something you should keep using. Control V. Boom. Does that fit? Why, yes, it does. It does fit. Okay, 4. Reread the 7th paragraph, starting with, you'll excuse me from speaking, miss. How do the other man's words in this paragraph relate to the story's theme? So in order to do that, I need to know the theme, which this is sticking out to me. People are not always what they seem. But does that answer the question? No. Okay, what about this one? The other man is lying to the girl out of kindness to Easton. So the marshal's lying. He feels, for this guy, because he'll be humiliated if this girl knows he's going to the penitentiary. This lie relates to the idea that appearances can be deceiving, and to the idea that sometimes lies can be helpful rather than harmful. Okay, Control X. And I think that fits pretty well here. I'm going to Control V. Okay. Five. What causes Easton to say that he won't visit Washington soon? Well, Easton, we know, is the prisoner. So why wouldn't he go to Washington? Well, we know he's going to the penitentiary. Right here it says Easton is actually the prisoner and is on his way to the penitentiary, so he informs Miss Fairchild that he will not be seeing her soon. It says, my butterfly days are over. He's not free anymore. He literally will not be free because he'll be in jail. Okay, I'm going to Control V that, and I can keep pulling this up here. 6. How does the last sentence of the story relate to the story's theme? Okay, so I need to go back, get my book, and see what is that last line. Okay, so if you don't have the book, you can go to the online textbook. And the last line is, young, exclaimed the first speaker. Why, old, didn't you catch on? Say, did you ever know an officer to handcuff a prisoner to his right hand? Okay, so the theme, if it's people are not always what they seem, okay, right here, the speaker reveals that Easton was the prisoner, not the marshal, and the speaker's comment points this theme out to the reader. Things are not always what they seem to be. Okay, so, sometimes in the question or the answer, there are clues. So the speaker is talking. So that last line is dialogue. So again, that's just confirming it. Control X, Control V. How is the ending important to the plot of the story? Well, what happens at the end? We don't find out what happens to the very end of the story, to the last line. Okay, because a marshal would not handcuff a prisoner to his right hand. Most people are right-handed, especially in those times. And if they have to draw their weapon, they need to have their hand free. Okay, so how's the ending important? Okay, what is the main theme of the short story? And again, what's left? People are not always what they seem to be. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to put that in. Now, I'm going to check. So just delete that. I'm going to check my answers. Make sure I'm happy with all of them. Okay, and then when I'm happy, I'm going to turn this in. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know, but that is how you do that assignment. And again, I'm just going to stress, you need to read the directions. Everything you need to do the activity is right here, including a link to me reading the story. So if you're in a pinch, and let's say you've already reread Common Lit, right here, it's showing you the last line of the story. Okay, you just have to kind of find the spot. Right there, there's the last line of the story in the video. Okay, so we're giving you all the resources you need. You just need to use them and you will be successful. Thanks for watching.